Hello, and thank you for watching and listening to another episode of Unmedicated and Educated with Keita Rose. I'm Keita Rose, and here we deep dive, dissect, and sometimes diagnose, because it seems everyone, including myself, I am never excluded, has lost their damn minds. If you are new here, thank you so much for giving me a try. If you're an OG, then you already know what the is going on. Like, share, subscribe, talk shit. In my comments, tell me how you really feel. And I'm going to tell you guys how I feel about Love After Lockup Season 5, Episode 47, titled The Sex Whisperer, okay? Wow. Now, as you guys can see, I am in my new setup. It's not gonna look like this. I'm still playing with it, but I'm in my new space. I'm flourishing. If you're wondering why I'm moving around and how I'm moving around when there's a desk right here, I bought one of those standing desks so that I can start getting my steps in as I'm doing my fucking job and everything else. You know what? Let me tell you guys something. I know I keep talking about this, and I am going to keep talking about this. Shameless plug, right? My plurnals are out, you guys. And so now you're able to order them. If you use code LOVEKEITA, you will get a huge, humongous discount. I cannot wait for you guys to be the first ones to get to have my plurnals. And let me know what you think. We got some revamping. We're just doing so much. You just wait. Just wait to see what your girl is cooking up and get your plates ready because I'm about to serve it hot. But it's just crazy how life be lifing for everybody. I know every single one of you that is watching me is going through it. And maybe you're not going through it in regards to having a bad life or you feel, stressed or overwhelmed or overstimulated. I know there's a good group of you that are like, no, dead ass, you're talking to me. I'm overstimulated. I'm overwhelmed. I'm over it. Period. And we all can relate to that, right? But I mean, just being a mother, being a father, being a therapist, people have so many roles and they wear so many hats. And it's like, shit, how do you get through your day? Well, I'll tell you how you get through your day. You start a routine. And how do you start your routine? You create a plan and you track that plan and you look at your progress and you give yourself grace. Godly, so many people feel bad about taking a break. A couple of days ago, I had to get a massage because my body was so tense after traveling every single weekend for 6 weekends straight. For 6 weeks straight, I haven't been home on a weekend. And so I needed to get a massage because I felt like a pretzel. And the people that I was talking to, my friends and different things like that, are like, oh my God, I can't believe you have the luxury of getting a massage. That seems nice. Good for you. And it's like, yeah, massages are a luxury, but dead ass, I am bent. And you shouldn't have to justify doing something for yourself, like getting your nails done or getting a haircut if you're a male, or you know what I mean? Getting a massage, feeling good. It's I don't know if it was capitalism or America or what has shaped us to feel bad about relaxing. Every time I relax, I think to myself, damn, you're lazy. What could you be doing? And it's shit, I do a lot. I do a lot every day, all day. My days start at 6 a.m. My nights don't end till 1 a.m. We're moving, we're booked, we're busy, we're Black women. And not all of you watching are Black women, and I love you and I support you, but the Black women that's watching, if you know, don't it? Okay. All right, I'll move on. But I'm just saying, we all wear so many hats. You guys, do not feel bad about relaxing. Let me know in the comments what you're gonna do for yourself in the next 3 days. Are you gonna go for a walk? Are you gonna relax? Are you gonna get a massage? Are you gonna put on your favorite game, drink some beer, and just wind down? Life is about enjoying life too. It's not about just working 9 to 5 and then having more shit to do at home. It can't be this. This can't be life. I refuse to believe it. So let's get started. Enough of that. It is time for
Reality Recap. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so first the episode starts off with Justine and Michael. If you can remember, Justine and Michael have 9 kids amongst each other. Michael wanted to be a rap star, but now has to work at, I believe, a warehouse. Justine is a unemployed house mom, right? A housewife. Justine is a stay-at-home mom. She has to be because she has a lot of kids. And she's looking to, I think, also work. Before this whole children debauchery, she worked as a nurse. And that's where she met Michael's mom, and they were coworkers. And then she slept with her coworker's son, and they have a whole full family now. Okay, so Justine is pregnant again. This is a high-risk pregnancy. If you remember in the last episode, she was talking to the attorneys if something happens to me, I want all of my responsibilities responsibilities, including my autistic child. I want all of my responsibilities to fall on my oldest, who is like 17, 18, I believe. Maybe she's older than that because we've been following Justine and Michael for a very long time. So I remember her oldest being 17 at one point, okay? But now she's in college. She's thriving. She's doing really well. She told her straight up last episode, I don't want to be responsible for all your kids. And if you knew you were high risk, and if you knew you were going to have, trouble trusting Michael, who is the father of these kids, right? The biological father of some of the kids. If you knew that you were going to have a hard time trusting this man to take care of everything, why do you keep having more kids? And honestly, I agree. Why do you keep having more kids? What's going down on this episode is Michael's mom lost it all in a fire. This is the second castmate. I don't know if WeTV is just setting fires. I don't know. I'm not allowed to really talk about them. They keep striking my page. So I'm not going to say too much on WeTV, but
my house caught on fire and I lost everything, like literally everything.
I don't know if they're striking the fires or what's going on, but Michael's mom lost everything. She actually lost her home, right? So Z and Troy had to deal with that where one of the rooms in Z's parents' house burned down. In this situation, Michael's mom lost everything. So now she has to come in and move in with 6 kids, right? So I think 2 of them are gone. Nova and the other twin is gone with Michael's baby mamas. So it's 7 kids, I think, plus she's pregnant, and a mom, and Justine and Michael, and maybe some dogs and some shit too, some geckos and some shit too. I don't know. It's too much. Just too many. The house don't look that damn big. But Justine is so sweet. Justine is so loving. No matter how many fights or negative things Michael's mom has said to her and about her, Justine is like, I will never allow Michael's family to be out in the cold. If they don't have anything and they're going through hell, they can always come here. They always have a spot here. And I just thought that was so beautiful and so noble because if you can remember the last baby, Manhattan Barbie, if you can remember, Michael's mom didn't really believe that Justine was being faithful. She bought them a paternity test and gave it to them like at the baby shower or something. It was like a special event. And she was like, here you go. Here's a present. We don't believe that Michael's the daddy. Like, what kind of shit is that? I've been holding your son down. I've been popping out his babies like crazy. I don't have time to cheat on your son, actually. Because of all the shit that I have to do, I actually don't have time to cheat on your son, who's going around actively punching holes in the wall in order to teach my autistic son a lesson about damaging property. Make it make sense, Jesus. So Michael's mom is very appreciative. She's like, listen, Linda, listen. I know I said a lot of stuff and I did a lot of stuff in the past, but I really need you now. And I'm here to help. And I'm so happy for your baby. I'm so happy. And Justine lets Michael's mom know that they're not going to be telling Justine's mom. Because if you can remember in the last episodes, Justine's mom is the only one with common sense. I know it's hard for parents to let go, but sometimes you do need to say, this is not how you were raised. I didn't raise you and struggle so hard so that you can just create a life of struggle and a life of strife for yourself. That's not what my goal was. So though I can support you, I might need to support you from a distance because I'm not going to be a grandmother of 55 and then what? What do you want me to do? You want me to take care of that baby, don't you? All of them. No. At 60, 70, 50 years old, I'm popping ass in Poconos. I'm traveling and popping ass on a nudie beach with other old people and we're getting it together and my body is tight and all the other old people are like, wow, she looks good. That's what I'm doing. I don't want to take care of 19 kids. If you choose to have a kid, I'll be a grandma when I come around. Hey, but you talking about every single day taking care of 10 kids because my horny daughter and horny son-in-law can't stop humping like bunnies and producing all these litters of kids? No. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to. So Michael's mom is like, hey, listen, I'm really scared of how your mom's going to react. I think you should tell her. But I'm with Justine. The doctor had already told her she's not allowed to be under a lot of stress. So we're not going to tell my mom because my mom's going to call me stupid, say that I'm making poor decisions and not support me. So no. So next we're moving on to Daniel and Bianca. Now, if you can remember, they're having some trouble in the sexual department. Okay, Bianca doesn't feel turned on. I think Daniel has a lot of stress. I think he has a lot of anxiety that he's dealing with. So right now isn't probably the best time for him to be getting freaky. Plus, he's been in jail for a very long time. And even before jail, he can't remember when his last sexual encounter was. So you gotta give him some time, right? Like some space. So Bianca wants to go to this intimacy club coach. And so they end up going, and the coach is like, hey, listen, sometimes when couples are having a problem in the bedroom and they're having problem with sex, the issue is something deeper. It's communication, it's, fear, it's doubt, it's something underlining that's causing you guys not to be able to like connect sexually. And so they decided to do this like little practice where Bianca like straddles Daniel. It's very sexual. They can't help but to kiss because that's how sexual this position is. And it's very intimate, and they're looking at each other face to face, eye to eye. And she's like, ask each other questions. Do not explain, but ask each other questions. And then when you hear the other person's answer, just say thank you. Don't try to explain. Don't try to fight. Don't try to do nothing. Just say thank you. And so Bianca, the lady asks some questions. She's like, what do you love about me? And so Daniel answers, and Bianca's like, thank you. And so Bianca's like, well, what are some things that you want like me to change, or what would make you happy? And Daniel's like, well, I like it when like you're okay with the little things that I do that upset you. Like, you just need to basically get over it. Like when I leave the toilet seat up or the trash can, like, and the lady's like,
hey, no explaining. Just say thank you.
So after a couple of questions, they really start to understand each other. They're being very sweet to each other. After meeting with the sex coach, they seem to be happier. They seem to be excited about the future and excited about getting to understand each other more. So that's the whole point of the exercise. That's good that they did that. And I'm happy. But then after, they go and meet up with Daniel's friend from prison. His name is Gator. And Gator is engaged to a woman named Celeste. And so they're about to go have a double date. And listen, Celeste and Bianca, they go off and get a drink and allow the men to talk. And Bianca's like, I really want to marry him. Like, we've only known each other for 9 months and he's been in jail this whole time. And Celeste is like, well, I've been in a relationship for 2 years and that's how I got my ring. But I would feel the same way. Like, Bianca was kind of telling her that she was upset that Daniel had proposed to her during prison, right? During his prison stint. But when he got out, he didn't no longer want to be engaged. And so she went from fiance in jail, my fiance, to that's just my girlfriend. And right now we're just girlfriend and boyfriend, which is one of the questions that the sex coach had asked them. The last question was, after this, what is your relationship status? To where Bianca's like, we're engaged, and Daniel's like, no, we're not. So Bianca's already coming into this little double date with a little bit of an attitude, because Daniel's like, you don't have a ring on your finger. I told you I was going through a lot mentally. I asked you to marry me. I don't know why I did that, but I think we should get to knowing each other a little bit more before we make that step. And she's like, no, you already engaged to me. I already accepted it. You proposed. I accepted. We're engaged. Figure it out. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you feel like Bianca is at least justified in this. Why propose to me and then I accept, and so now I'm telling everybody that I'm your fiance just to get out, say that you were having a hard time, you were an idiot and you didn't mean to, and now I've been demoted back to girlfriend? Would you guys accept that and allow your relationships to like bloom, progress, blossom? Or would you just cut it off at that moment? Hey, listen, I'm not downgrading. I don't want to be demoted to a girlfriend after I've told everybody we're engaged, right? And so that's kind of the issue. So Daniel's talking to Gator, and Daniel's like, hey, I don't know, man. I bought her a ring to kind of like shut it up, but I don't know what to do. And I don't really think that we know each other. We're having a lot of issues. Like, I love her and I do want to be with her, but I just want to kind of wait. So like, how long were you with Celeste? And then of course, Gator's like 2 years, which is an appropriate amount of time to be with somebody. 2 to 3 years is an appropriate amount of time to be with somebody before you ask their hand in marriage and stick with them and attach to them for the rest of y'all's lives. Like, you don't know each other. Bianca can't cook eggs. Bianca can't handle her emotions. Bianca can't even handle when you have a panic attack. So Bianca and Celeste joined them back at the table where, Daniel's kind of been validated. And so he's like, I think that we should wait. So Bianca's like,
no, like, dead ass, like, you're pissing me off. This is fucking pissing me off. I don't like Gator. I don't like you. I want to be your wife. This is upsetting. This is like, no, like, oh my God, like, no, no, F this.
And then she runs off and then she walks away. Gator and Celeste witness it and say, you better run for your life. This is going to be hell. This relationship is going to be pure hell. let's move on, y'all, because I really want to stick on this one couple, and it's going to be Kim and Joey. I'm just going to jump to Z and Troy real quick because they didn't really have much going on. Troy and Z were about to go to this like museum with Azael, and Troy's mom calls and is like, I have baby Troy. And he's like, okay, well, I'm about to leave to do like family day. And she's like, yeah, well, you need to get your daughter. So what do you want to do? Like, do you want to meet up? And Troy's like, Mom. And Karen ain't going. Karen's like, I have baby Troy, so you're going to have to get baby Troy because I'm not going to keep her. So they figure out a way in order for Troy to get his daughter, and it's a cute, really cute like little scene. Honestly, Troy is really happy to see her dad. They're hugging. Troy meets Azael, so baby Troy, I'll call her baby Troy. Baby Troy meets Azael for the first time. He's like, I always wanted a sibling because I never had anybody to play with, being the only child. She's like, I always want. She says, she has the cutest little voice.
I always wanted a big brother.
And it was so cute. And I was like, okay, so this is going to be a nice little family time, but I'm with Karen, right? So Karen's there too. And Karen talks to Troy and she's like, you guys have to figure out this visitation thing. I'm not going to be the one talking to Yana and then getting your baby and being the liaison and then being the middleman and taking your baby 2 hours from Syracuse, New York to Buffalo, New York in order for you to see your daughter. You guys have got to work out visitation. I understand that Yana wants nothing to do with this situation. And by situation, I don't mean her baby daddy. Yana and Troy are pretty close. They're actually pretty civil for baby mama and baby daddy. Yana doesn't like Z. Yana says that Z's a stranger. Yana doesn't think Z is attractive. Yana doesn't think that Z's gonna be a good stepmom. Yana wants her man back. Let me tell you something, and I said it in the past episodes and I will say it again. Any woman that names their daughter the same name as the father is in love with the father, and it's gonna take hell and high water to get that woman unattached from that man. If I am dating a man named Eugene, if I am dating a man named Calvin, and then my daughter's name is Eugenia or Calvinisha, enough. There ain't that much fucking love in the world, please. And so I do believe that Yana wants her family back, and that is the reason why she is making it very difficult on Troy. Also, I've been the one taking care of this baby for forever. You've been in jail. Now you come out of jail. You ain't even got your life together. You don't even have a job. You don't even have a way in which you're supporting yourself. You live with this woman that I don't know and I don't like. Yeah, it's going to be difficult for you to get Troy, for you to get your daughter. That's what Troy's experiencing right now. Also, it doesn't help that Z nags every waking fucking moment. So she's like, where are you going? Are you going to cheat on me because I cheated on you? Are you sleeping with Yana? Why do you need your daughter right now? Is it to see Yana? It's like, damn, Troy is just... You know, these men, I feel really bad for all of these men because they jump out of these situations, these terrible situations where they've witnessed terrible things in prison, terrible living conditions, just to get out, be seen as a felon. So nobody wants to give you a job. Nobody wants to give you a chance. And then the woman that you are in love with comes with all this shit. She comes with baggage. Kim got 9 other husbands and she's not even divorced and she's trying to marry Joey. She's got too much shit going on. Okay, Bianca doesn't know how to cook eggs. She doesn't like panic attacks. There's a lot of things that these women come with, right? And there's a lot of drama and baggage that these men just getting out of prison have to handle. And if they don't handle it well, and if they don't handle it with grace, then everybody will be like, oh, you just got out and did bullshit. You're nothing. You didn't even try. And it's like, that's not fair. Even a man that has a job, has an apartment, has a car, is paying all his bills, does take care of his kids, would fold under some of these, conditions that these women are coming into the relationship with. So I let me know if I'm tripping in the comments. I don't know. So they have a really fun family day and Troy is like listening to his mom. He's like, you're right. I need to figure out this visitation mambo jumbo. So I'm going to talk to Zeruiah, but I'm also going to talk to Yana. And I'm going to ask Yana if it's okay for me to start to get, my baby more. So he calls up Yana and he's like, hey, I want to know if you could bring Troy to Community Day for Project Heal. This is me and my wife's organization, but I want my daughter to see the things that we're doing in the community. And I want you to see that I'm not just sitting on my ass. I'm not just laid up with some woman in her house, having sex with her, smoking weed and chilling. No, like I'm doing something with my life. I'm actually trying to progress and have a good future. And for me and our daughter. And so Yana's on the phone and she like,
what, Troy?
I was wondering if I, could bring Troy to community day with my wife and her new brother.
I'll think about it, Troy.
All right, because it would really mean a lot to me if you could do this,
Troy, I said I'll think about it. Get the off my phone.
Like, Yana is so over this shit, it's not even funny. And it's so funny because that is the reality of it. No matter who you're dating, that person has to be now engulfed in your family, right? And so now, if I'm your mother and I think that your wife is a piece of crap, I have to see her every Thanksgiving. I have to share grandchildren, because if you guys have kids, those are my grandchildren. And though I want to be there for them, for you, I don't like her. If you have a boyfriend that your dad doesn't like and maybe you guys fight, that makes it hard on Christmas. Like I tell you this all the time, y'all. I used to say, it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you enjoy your significant other, but it's not true. It just simply isn't true. And I need to take accountability for that. It does matter that your boyfriend's mother hates you, that your husband's baby mama wants to fight you and doesn't want her daughter to come with your son to family day. It does matter. It does. And I know a lot of people will say, well, that's why you should just keep it in the family, stay within the family unit. Don't try to break the family unit and blend. But sometimes you got to break the shit because it was never supposed to be. It's never going to be functional. So maybe sometimes you do need to break apart and not be together anymore, but find somebody else that, it functions with. It's like the hardest thing for these people to understand is functionality. Can't we all just get along and do right by each other and our kids? No, that shit's too hard. We're not doing it. So last but not least, we're going to talk about Kim and Joey. Y'all, it's been alleged that Joey is back on drugs. And you can tell all through this episode, Joey is back on drugs.
Back on drugs. Back on the hard stuff. Yeah, I was sober for a couple of years, but I need to get a hit of that good shit. I don't want a family or kids or to do right by my mom or to do right by Kim's dad. I just want to get high, buy rims, because even though I'm 47 years old...
Which Joey is not 47, but y'all know that I round up because you just too damn old to be acting like this. Even though I'm a grown-ass man that has assumed responsibility, Joey can sit up there. And yeah, I'm pissed about it. Joey can sit up there and buy rims with this woman's credit card knowing that she's a single mother. Joey can sit up there and pretend to be there for the kids during Christmas knowing he's off about to go see his ex that he secretly loves and still wants to be with. But she's married and don't want to be with him. But sometimes they flirt and sext online. That can happen. Joey can sit up here and take his time instead of getting a job. Joey can tell you every job he doesn't want to work, everything he doesn't want to do, and can use that time that he has not being employed to go and get a DNA test on Kaysen to make sure that Kaysen his child and that he's Kaysen's daddy, pappy. But you can't fathom in your brain that you have to stop talking to people from your past, stop doing the same things that you were doing in your past. You can't do that. You can't fathom that. You can't get down with that. You can do all this other shit, but get a job, be an actual father to the kid that you claim you want to be biologically yours. I don't know why. You have to take care of that. Then we didn't find out on this episode, but baby, I be scrolling through YouTube and people be getting in the nitty gritty. You know me, I watch the show and I'm going to tell you how I feel about the characters on the show. I'm not talking shit about these people in real life. I don't know they real life drama. I know that reality TV, because I've been on reality TV, I know that they edit and they do this and that in order to create the pizzazz. I get it. I'm talking about these people as characters. Now, some YouTube content creators will get on Facebook, watch their live videos, follow their personal pages, and really deep dive into these people's lives. And that's what a couple of them did. And so we found out that Kim is getting about $2,500 in child support a month, which is why...
Allegedly.
Which is why she's able to buy everything that she's buying. In the beginning of this season, Kim was very adamant. I make $15 an hour. I'm a teacher's aide. I don't got no money. Don't ask me for shit. I ain't got it. Kim's not gonna have it. But every time Joey wanted to buy something or do something, she done bought him a car. He done bought rims for the car. They done bought $300, $400, $500 gifts for Christmas. Joey's rolling around with chains, sagging his ass. Every episode, he's getting bigger and bigger. I don't fat shame. I'm a former big back, current big back, future big back. So I don't shame, but I'm just saying every episode you're eating good, Joey's eating good, he's getting big as hell. His thick ass is falling out of his jeans, okay? So he's eating well. How can you guys afford this? Well, come to find out that even though Kim wants to divorce her ex and be married to Joey because she loves Joey with everything in her, don't know why. The boy don't make sense, hasn't opened his eyes, doesn't make sense when he talks, can't form a sentence.
I don't think we're ready to, but I mean, I don't guess it can hurt to try.
All right, he's always slurring. He's always like,
Oh no, I guess I gotta start, working to be like a dad and, a husband and shit.
like, this is your king. So in the episode, Kim asked Joey to please ask her father for $7,000 so that they can get this new house. The house is about $230,000, which she says is about $30,000 more than she's comfortable with paying, right? So now we're going to get another asset, which is not going to be really an investment because it's going to make her house poor. A lot of people pour all their money into their house so they can't go nowhere the fuck else. No traveling, no eating out, no movies, nothing. Because they have to stay in the house because they have no money because all of their income is being drained by their house and by their expenses for said house. So she's going to be house poor. She's not going to have any money. She's going to lose this child support doing all this and that. She needs to stay married to her ex-husband and make it work, okay? Because Joey is physically, visibly, audibly, is that a word? Audibly on drugs. We can see it. We can hear it. We can feel it through the screens. He is on drugs again. Allegedly. Now, Kim asked Joey to talk to the dad. Joey's like, you ask your dad for the money. He's your dad. Kim is like, I've done everything. And so Kim is like, I really want Joey to have some more responsibility and accountability. I want him to look at my father in the face and say that he's gonna, work hard to work up this money back so that we can pay him back. That sounds very noble. Listen, when you have a man that means what he says and that follows through on his word, then that's when you allow your man to talk to your father. And these are two men that mean something in your life. And that man is going to take what your daddy is saying seriously and not wanting to disrespect or disappoint your father because he knows how much your father means to you and you mean that much to him. Joey is a former, possibly current drug addict. Joey can look at your father in his eyes with tears in his eyes and say, I'm going to be there for your daughter and I'm not going to fuck up and you just have to trust in me. And then literally 30 minutes later, go do drugs and have sex with a prostitute. I don't feel anything. If I don't care about myself, I need to hone in on this point before we end this recap. If I don't care about myself, if I don't care that I can't get a job, I ain't got no money, I still love my ex, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my kids, is that kid even mine? I'm always getting cheated on, I'm always cheating on everybody. I'm not gonna be this honorable, responsible man that Kim is desperately wanting to mold Joey into, right? So the dad is apprehensive. He's like, yeah, I'll give you the $7,000 loan, but only under the stipulations of that house is not going in Joey's name, and I agree. That house, when y'all break up, because y'all will break up, because he will go back to jail or go back to drugs, when y'all break up, you need a nice home that you feel comfortable in for my grandchildren. I will give you the $7,000 loan, but under the guise of he is not going to have anything to do with that money. So everybody's happy. Joey can't even show excitement because he can barely open his eyes because he looks doped up. But Kim is really happy. She's about to get her brand new house. It's spacious. Her kids are going to have a new opportunity and new life, and she's really excited. So I'm excited for her. Then after finding out they're going to get this deposit, Kim takes Joey to the bank because they're about to open a joint bank account. Kimberly, what are you doing? They're about to do a joint bank account, and Kim is already really apprehensive. She's talking to the banker. She's like, will he be able to withdraw money? How much money is he going to be able to withdraw? Can we put a limit on there? And the banker's like, no. And I already know what the banker was thinking in his mind, because this is the same shit I'm thinking. If you're this scared, don't do this. I'm not going to tell you not to open a bank account with us because that's my job, but you probably shouldn't, ma'am. She's asking him all these questions, and then it boils down to the guy saying, hey, we can give you an alert. Best thing that we can do is alert you when this man is draining your bank account and is planning to steal everything that you own and everything from you and your children and go off with the crackhead he's about to be in love with. Best we can do, send you an email, send you a text message. Is that something you want to sign up for? She still goes through with it. Even though both of them need to download this app, so they both need to take out their phones in order to do so for the banking system. Joey doesn't have his phone. He doesn't want to show his phone. Kim has already letting us know that she went through his text messages on his Apple Watch and she saw that he was dealing with some people from his past and saying things like, hey, I'm about to leave my phone. Don't text this phone. Don't call it. If you want to talk to me, I'll call you. I'll reach out to you. That's some shady drug sounding business. Sounds like he's with the same people doing illegal shit again. And he's about to get, let's see, a car, rims, food, a house, a new house, and a wife that's gonna pay for everything. Joey gets so mad that he can't find his phone and that basically Kim is telling him to be responsible, that he leaves the bank. He has an attitude. He doesn't want to be there, so he calls up his friend. He wants his friend from the past to pick him up. He don't want to be with her. So she's like, fine. So she's driving around and she's like, well, I'll just leave. I'll go back home then. And he's like, go home, leave me alone. And it's like, yeah, he wants you to leave him alone so he can do drugs in peace. And you just gave him a bank card that has a $2,000 spending limit. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this recap before I get fucking mad. But I tell you what, we're gonna cover this story a little bit more. I'm gonna make another video very soon, like today. Get it edited and it should be out in like 2 days. You guys go to my website, kitasaidit.com, in order to sign up for the email list and to buy my Plurnal. It is finally available. I love you guys so much. And until next time, baby, I will holla.